This one question was on Huntington's disease. Haven't seen a lot of that myself. Huntington's disease is where you get the chorea, you get the spasms and convulsions or the twitching, your equilibrium problem, your cerebellum is involved here. Your cerebellum here is at the top of the spine, base of the skull. That's an area that controls dizziness and vertigo. And then deeper in the brain, you have the central nervous system. You got two nervous systems. You've got the CNS, or central nervous system. That's the hard drive. And then you've got the autonomic nervous system, which handles all the activity and all the channels and all the movements. So you actually have both of those involved. It's a progressive problem like everything else is. And you start to see the deterioration of the brain. You can see the pupils enlarge. You see a lot of different symptoms to this. But what are they? Go back to what you know to be true now. You guys are getting real smart. Think about this. The brain, the nervous systems, the muscles, the bones, the liver, the heart, the kidneys. What are these tissues? That's right. There are a bunch of cells, and two major fluids handle the health of those cells. And how many sides to chemistry? Only two. So you know in our conversations, and those of you that know a little bit about chemistry, or just the activity of life where you drank a Coke or you had acid reflux, we know the acid side of chemistry is the side that in chemistry we call corrosive. It's very damaging to tissue. High alkalis can be too, but keeping it real, we're looking at acids here. And so we talked about the fact that every cell releases acids. Now, can you be born with a weakness in the nervous system? Well, of course. I mean, we've been talking about the genetic weaknesses of man's adrenal glands and kidneys are at an all-time low, like never, ever seen before. So it's compromised the autonomic nervous system so much that more and more people are dying from anesthesia from surgeries. Or after surgeries, they're having all kinds of major problems because the nervous system has been suppressed. In the Michael Jackson case, of course, it went ahead and killed him. And it has killed a lot of people because if you can't suppress your nervous system too much, and that's a real problem. Can get you hard to breathe and just start shutting you down that way. So in any type of these conditions, always know that the lymph system as at the core of this is why you see the progression, because if you don't get into raw foods, you don't get into some herbs and start moving this lymph system and pay attention to the kidney and adrenal connection. You can't go out and do lymph drainage and go out and do lymph work if you don't pay attention to the door that the lymph moves through. That's the key to this whole thing, is the kidneys and the adrenal glands in its gigantic relationship to this gigantic lymph system. So real important. Can Huntington's be reversed? Absolutely. Everything can. Now, given there are some people pretty advanced. I've got a poor osteopath, and he's been fighting Lou Gehrig's, and he's been a test for me, boy. He's a tough case. And it's just, some cases just get me. Now, I also, being more godly, I hope, think about karma and realize that each of us, we come into this lower physical mundane universe and grab a physical, very inert body compared to who you are and all your other bodies. And so we come with karma. We come with baggage, balls and chains, emotionally and mentally, and sometimes these karmatic patterns we have, I can't break them no matter how hard I try or what power they give me to help you, and I don't try too much because I don't want it either. So I really try to do my best at helping you to unwind these type of karmatic things. You will see that as you detoxify, that you'll start emotionally detoxifying. A lot of you will see that and go with that. Let that go. And any neurological case is going to be tied to more emotional karma. And by getting stronger emotionally, it really does help you to become more spiritual because you'll become more self and less codependent. emotions tend to be tied to desires and codependencies and things like this.